bro. And it got me exhausted, bro. My rollie go 40 below. Money and loyalty, all that I know. Cardi my glasses, Cardi my... We run the city like cardio. I open my eyes and still see... And walk in the kitchen, it smell like... Woke up with a style, she driving a boat. I've been fighting my demon, whipping the ghost. Proud of my glasses, proud of my lows. My brother tell me that I'm proud of you folks. Some gon' show love and some gon' hate for no reason. I'm already knowing. They try to stop me, but it's this bad. She telling me keep going. They try to lock me out, somehow still all worked out like Terrell Lawrence. They try to knock me down, somehow still get back up. And I keep going, I keep proving, I keep showing. I keep developing, I keep growing.
All my favorite hoodies at a bad condo, but I know this got my back like I'm Rondo. Sitting on my lap while I'm sliding through Chicago. Now we drive a boat, but when we came here...
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Brown wide open, he fires. From outside, off the mark. Here's Dallas. And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And stolen by Irving. Pass to Gafford. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Holiday following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Pass to Thompson. Shot from the wing. Over Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
White, good.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
Again, the miss by Thompson. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll... Nice finish.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Okay, listen. Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
And Jason Kidd has called timeout. He's made the decision that he wants to huddle up with his guys. Mavericks trailed by 6. Down low. Here's Gafford.
You always want Kyrie to have the ball in his hands. He's just a tremendous playmaker.
Tatum, that's for 2. And Davis sends it back. On the wing, Thompson connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Taking matters into his own hands. Tatum gets those 3 points back in a hurry.
Outside Irving. Dallas moving it around. On the wing, Thompson. The tray. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Tatum. To the middle. Brown outside. Three-pointer. Now here is Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got 5 now.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
And it's Washington missing.
Coming up when I go to the basket.
Tatum with it. Picked up by Thompson. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Shots good by Gafford.
Now Kyrie has the ability to rack up a ton of assists. He knows how to find the open man.
Here's Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Davis. This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
A multi-talented swingman, Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
Now Irving. Drives to the hoop. And he gets the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so it's Boston, holding on to an 8-point lead, heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. He'll take it. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
There's the drive. Count the basket. Irving's got 5 points so far. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. 6 to shoot. Back to Lively. Misses off the right eye. Celtics leading by 7. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay
if all this other shit stop coming up, I could fucking make a move.
Down their pick and roll. So difficult.
Tatum, that's for 2. Chops one in from the wing.
All this other shit keep coming up
And
on
that's
time.
10 points for Jason Tatum. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Irving. Pass to Lively. Here's Marshall. Back to Lively. Craig pulls it in. Outside Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
And here are the Mavericks now. 11-point game. Here's Irving. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
The skill of Kyrie, incredible around the bucket. I have never seen someone his height so good at the rim.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Mavericks trailed by 9. Inside. Here's Powell. Nice D from Porzingis. To the paint. The kick out to Holiday. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's Davis with the ball for Dallas.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, Davis down low.
Great work by Davis in the screen roll. Good at making himself a big target in these situations.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Stolen by Thompson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Back to Washington. Dallas moving the ball around. Irving looking for an opening. 4 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Both teams will make substitutions.
Give yourself a round of applause.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Holiday. And the rejection by Gafford. White wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 7 points.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Here's Gafford. And the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Holiday surveying the floor. Outside, Horford. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Holiday gets the bucket. He has 7.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate.
Pass to Christie. Back to Davis. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
Shoots. Christie with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Mavericks trailed by 10. Outside Irving. Thompson gets it inside.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
Outside Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Irving with the rebound. Outside Davis. Pass to Washington. Takes it off the glass. Washington's got his second basket of the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Back to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm, whew.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Gafford. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Thompson, no good.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Brown inside the line. It's rebounded by Dallas. Down low. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity.
Look, you always want to see your big man run the floor. There is no questioning Davis's effort on these plays.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Celtics leading by 8. Here's Pritchard, still without a basket. Brown feeling it out a bit. And here's Tatum for 3. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Outside Irving. Pass to Gafford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Gafford's got 8 points.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Here's Pritchard. Rebounded by Gafford. .146 left in the third quarter. Pass to Irving. Screen by Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Pritchard. 18 feet out. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Pritchard's got his first 2 points. Outside Irving. Pass to Davis. On the wing, Davis. Back to Irving. They grab their own miss. Davis cleans the glass and puts it back in.
Does anybody else think it's just too easy for AD sometimes? Just an easy board and putback.
Brown. Back to Holiday. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Man, just the total offensive package. Kyrie is a once-in-a-generation guard.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown outside. Count it. And it's 8 points for Jaylen Brown. Mavericks trailed by 3. Now here's Irving. 10 points for him. To the middle. Here's Davis. Lively, no one around him. Misses the 3. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Boston on top, up by
35.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Driving the lane. Good work there as it goes. Pritchard's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Boston. Outside Irving. Here's Christie. Clock at 6. To the inside. Lively. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Inside. The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Craig. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how about the poise there by Horford? Lets the defender make the mistake, and now he's headed to the line. And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Marshall can't hit. Boston leading by 5. Out to the right wing. Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. And here's Holiday. And Lively pulls it down. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. Now, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. Needs more production from the outside.
All right, thank you, David.
Fantastic at earning these whistles in close. Look, Kyrie, he has no fear when attacking any defense.
And so Irving nails both of them.
It's fucking right, Dave.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 11 points. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Substitutions for the Celtics.
6 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. Porzingis has got his first points in this one.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Pass to Gafford. And here is Irving, guarded by Holiday. Irving with the ball. Tries again. Back to Gafford. And another shot. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Tatum. Taking the tough shot. Jason Tatum.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
On the wing, Thompson. Fires the three. Porzingis with the rebound.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Brown outside. Kept alive by Boston. Outside, White. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Number 25, P.J. Washington.
Mavericks trailed by 7.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Irving. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Tatum. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Irving over Holiday. No good from Irving. Celtics leading by 9. Brown outside. And stolen by Irving. Outside, Davis. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 8-point for Anthony Davis.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Celtics lead by 10.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Celtics.
Tonight, they seem committed to the 3-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jason Tatum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
They get it back. Down low. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Here's Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels. Over
over the course of the game.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
From deep three-point land, and that falls. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
They don't. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check your go.
Coach, what is one rule in basketball you wish you could change?
I wish we could wear jewelry. A charge. I don't think that.
She's a type 10, but she don't act bougie. Me and your friends, you can go to a Ruby. Hit friends, it depend on my mood. Maybach van, this ain't no Uber.
We could go ban for ban.
We can go M for M. Mama got a body like Kim and them. Mama been killing that gym. We can go watch from chain to chain, the rings, I'm him. I done got rich, but I'm still with land in London and go to the ends.
We could go ban for ban.
We can go M for M.
Quarter mil for the Maybach truck.
Double R with the factory rims. I got the 90, the years, the versions, the bribes, I'm really a threat.
It's got to the point that I don't even care. I got jewels in the safe that I don't even wear.
This is not a lie drill. Yeah, this is not a fire drill. The real thing. Yeah, you know that nighttime, daytime she don't see me. Acting like a pocket holding 50. Pull it with a Mickey Mouse. This ain't Disney. Still identity for the like Paul Wall, I might just put a grill in. Boy, go get your paw paws chili with the chili. You know me, pull a Pluto move, take white Scottie Pippen. Like it beef with from every in the city. Keep that doggy in a 360 deal, pulling gimmicks. What's that? Mind your business. Sports Center, Rodeo, put a kill it. Before I ate, I need closet like a clothing store, I need a cash register. I feel abused, pulling on my belt. You need help with something, pump the gas or something. Order TK1s on that, put confetti on it. Catching slip. I gotta keep my so I won't go to alone. Not a fire drill. I got walked in, that's my twin Balenciaga on it. Talking about on the net, he tattled on me. Won't believe this hoodie 1500 without no logo on it. Boy, we been a little homie. I ain't never hate before. A dog so broke, I'm praying for him. She have waiting for me. Got the trenches banking on me. When I hit the bank, they know me. I feel like they favorite.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Conley feeling it out. Pass to Edwards. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Here's Irving. Here's Gafford. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Thompson for the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's exactly the guy you want to set up. I mean, Klay Thompson feels like every shot he takes is going in.
Here's Edwards. Takes it inside.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Now here's Edwards, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. High post, Gobert. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Irving. And they pick up 2.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
And finished off by Edwards.
Watch
God damn.
Look out below. Edwards rise.
Hey, man, it's my second game, man. I'm just.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at punting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Outside for Randall. Mavericks with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Dallas moving the ball around. Irving looking for an opening. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Gafford.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Outside Conley. Has to Gobert. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Left side, Edwards. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Here is Edwards. The Mavericks making the shot. Gobert, the screen. Back to Conley. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside Irving. Back to Davis. Randall with some nice deep.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Edwards, no good. Dallas leading by 3. Thompson outside. Pulls it from 20. The 3 from Davis. Stolen by Michael Conley. To the wing right side. McDaniels gets a wide open look. The Timberwolves again can't hit. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 49 seconds left in the first. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Thompson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs. To the left side wing. Shot by McDaniels, no good. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Really good control that time by Washington. Embraced the physical contact and then worked his way through it.
Defensive foul. Mike.
Timberwolves trailed by 9.
Blocking foul call. Kyrie Irving. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Anthony Davis. Christie.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Now Dinwiddie. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Mavericks on top, up 9. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well.